So that being said, everybody has been wondering, like, why is he not getting arrested? Why is he still out there when that was a vicious assault caught on camera? Well, we do have an update, but it's not what you think. So let's get started on this one. Trust me, I would love to tell you that he got arrested, but it's actually much worse than that.
It's been nearly a week since Rampage Jackson brutally attacked Psycho Stu at the wrestling event in California, and still somehow no arrest has been made.
And you ruined it.
It wasn't my fucking fault.
Well,
The goddamn cameraman's fault.
So this is his first comment since the incident. Right off the bat, he's saying it's not his fault that he beat this guy pretty much to death. The guy lost all his teeth. He was in a coma. And this guy is just taking no accountability whatsoever. No responsibility. It's not his fault. It's the cameraman's fault. That makes a lot of sense.
I know he's watching this shit. If you watching this shit, how could you? How fucking could you? That's what I expected, though. It's all good. We gonna fucking figure this shit out.
And in an even more bizarre twist, Danger Pro Wrestling, an indie company based out of San Diego, is advertising that they have booked Rampage Jackson for an upcoming appearance. Their Instagram post says to stay tuned for his opponent to be announced. And having a further look at their Instagram page, it seems like it may have just been a troll or a joke. But again, considering what happened to Stu, this is a very weird way to go for your promotion.
So they're saying that they're going to hire him. Now they're claiming it's a joke. Like, this guy is actually getting clout out of this and opportunities. Maybe they were testing the waters. Maybe they were trying to figure out, hey, what if we did hire him for a match? Is that going to bring butts on the seats? Is that going to be something worth it? And then they saw the insane backlash. So they're like, haha, we're just trolling. We're just trolling. I'm sure they were not trolling. I'm sure they were 100% considering to hire him for a match, because right now it's a viral topic. These videos that cover Rampage Jackson got millions of views. So it's really, really bad what's going on here. Like, there's no arrest, and now he's getting clout out of it. People are reaching out to hire him.
And for attention. This goes back to how gross the pro wrestling industry is, because a man almost died and we're turning this into a business and money-making decision. Glorifying an unconvicted criminal just to sell tickets and get attention to your little indie. Meanwhile, Rampage Jackson spoke about how Raja hasn't been the same since his mother was murdered, which some people think he's using as a partial scapegoat and excuse for what Raja has become and the person he is.
but all I'm going to say is that my son hasn't been the same since his mom got murdered. It hasn't, and I know that. And I've been trying to be there for him and, you know, make him laugh and cheer him up and everything, but I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't know what the fuck to do. And, you know, I know my kids. He hasn't been the same.
So obviously, I wasn't aware about that, by the way, but I don't think that changes much. Everybody goes through shit in life. This is really unfortunate that his mom was murdered. I don't know what's the circumstances, but that doesn't mean you can go and almost murder someone else on stage because your ego got hurt. It had nothing to do with grief or something like that. It had everything to do with his ego. We saw the video. He was getting riled up by his stream and they were calling him a bitch, and then it just completely went to his head. He didn't know what to do, and he said, I'm going to regain my honor by beating the shit out of this guy when he's not expecting it. A total coward.
With me, like, he's just been distant from me. Like, he want to be more of a man and more of this. I don't know how to deal with this shit.
I can understand your mother being murdered would be a traumatic experience. However, the correlation between what he did to Psycho Stu and that incident, I'm not really seeing the justification. We also had Michael Chandler weighing in with an interesting thought on the matter. He said, quote, "He doesn't need punishment, he needs guidance. He's not a bad kid, just made a bad choice. Once I adopt him and get him hanging out with wholesome kids like Hap and Ace, we're gonna turn his whole life around." account. My brother in Christ, he's a 25-year-old grown-ass man. He's not a 14-year-old kid going through a phase. A lot of people seem to be handling this incident like he's a kid who shouldn't be arrested and should merely be counseled into a better member of society. That's what the prison cell should be for. Although given that it has been nearly a week and we still haven't heard an arrest, a lot of people are worried he may get away with this. Others suggest that given the virality of the incident, the police are gathering all the evidence before they take further action, which is...
You do have a good point, Riverwind. Stu did not kill his mom. Stu had nothing to do with this. And I have to agree that I'm kind of getting concerned. I'm getting concerned that he will get away with this because the cops, they saw, it's on camera. It's not like they need to do like forensic DNA or shit like that. It's on camera. It's the prosecutor has to look at this and say yes or no. Like, it's that simple. Maybe review the kick footage, try to get the context, but it's a yes or no situation. And the fact that we're like a week and a half later and there's still no charges, or they haven't even made a statement saying, hey, we concluded the investigation, we're not going to pursue this. It's getting sus. So it looks like he might get away with it at this point. I would love to be proven wrong. I hope that tomorrow we get an update that he got arrested, some shit like that. That would be wonderful. But fortunately, it doesn't look like that's what's happening at the moment.
Insane because the entire crime from start to finish is available in HD. It's all over the internet. This wrestler, AJ Mana, was fired from his day job following the Rampage Jackson incident, which he revealed on a podcast.
You run in on his shit, you fucking give him his receipt. You remember what a receipt is? Give him that fucking receipt, bro. Tag his shit. I got a call from my fucking job. We saw the TMZ video. You're an accessory to an attempted murder. We gotta let you go.
So I actually covered this on the 15 Minutes of Shame channel, and I did a really hilarious montage. I think you guys will like it. You might have seen it already, but take a look at this. I think you're going to really find this shit funny because this guy was so extra. He was doing so much.
Hello.
Take a look at this intro. I spent a lot of time on this. Take a look at this.
Hello. My life is ruined over your lie. This is Andre talking. I'm from Compton. My life is ruined. As the Lord God Almighty is my witness. Empty it out. Will not be a lie that comes out of my mouth. We need an alibi quick. My life is ruined. I'm trying to absolve myself right now. How I'm gonna pay my bills because y'all just want clickbait. I'm from Compton.
All right, so we have several that I'm from Compton. That shit is too funny. But yeah, so I made that update a few days ago. Yeah, basically he lost his job, and it is what it is, dude. Like when such a viral event happens like that, you're on the wrong side of it. It is what it is. You are going to face consequences. That's the thing with being in the public's eye.
Is the worker that brought him, To me, I feel you're responsible for if I bring a guest into somebody's house, and that guest starts jumping on the couch and breaking windows, it's my job to remove that guest.
Hey, I'm Rampage's biggest fan.
What's up with the Raja?
Who is Rampage? He's like a
on,
thumb
bro.
wrestler.
This boy getting
Come on.
more clout by
Hey,
dudes tonight than girls.
Hey,
I like
respectfully,
it. You
shut the fuck up.
You're right, 100%.
No handshake on that.
All right, respect.
So he's getting upset that people are going to ask him about the situation. It's like, dude, this shit went so viral. You're there, you're on a kick stream. Someone's going to ask you for an update. Like, your son royally fucked up. Now you're trying to act like it's a messed up thing to mention it. People are going to ask. You're around a bunch of YouTubers, kick streamers. They are going to ask, obviously. So, yeah, kind of a weird reaction to have.
I'm a dad.
I know,
Respectfully.
I know. That's what.
Respectfully,
you're
shut the fuck up.
100%.
This is a man pressing Rampage about the Raja situation.
I'm dealing with this shit.
Rampage
I'm dealing with this shit.
Is a thumb board.
100%, man. Respect, man,
Hey.
bro. That's why I said I apologize for even coming up.
You can't make me wrong.
I apologize for even coming up to you that way.
I'm getting a lot of racist threats and shit, nigga.
But why apologize? Like, you didn't do anything wrong. You saw Rampage Jackson. You're asking him, what's the update on your son? So there's nothing to apologize there. Like, I don't know. Now he's kind of like bitching out over here.
Coming up to me, come on. I'm getting a lot of racist threats. Motherfucker talking about
And
killing me and my whole family, nigga. Over something my son did, I ain't got nothing to do
What
with.
the fuck?
I'm telling you, drop the shit.
He a slider.
Hey, bro,
No.
drop it, bro, drop
Yeah,
it.
hey.
Put my number in your book,
No, fuck
bro.
that,
You need
fuck that. No. I'm just telling you, I'm just telling you.
Hey, we do some
No,
comedy.
no, no,
What type
no,
of-
no, I'm
What
telling
type of interviews you running?
My
tonight?
apologies,
I'm sorry about
though.
that.
Hey, my
Move on,
For sure, huh?
Goof ass motherfucker.
But at least in positive news, it is now being reported that Psycho Stu is not only awake, but he is communicating again after this entire incident. The GoFundMe has now reached nearly $200,000 for his recovery as
That is good. That is some good news. But the thing is that Raja should be paying for his medical bills. And Legal Mindset made a video on this. There should be a civil lawsuit because what he did was so uncalled for, so unnecessary. So I'm glad that there will be consequences, at least legally, at the very least.
recording this. So once again, best wishes to Psycho Stu.
What could be considered attempted murder on Saturday?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Honestly, dude, I'm one of these people. Like I believe in forgiveness. If Stu's not pressing charges, I believe that maybe they could work out a deal where he gets some mental health. If he has to spend time in jail, I hope it's very minimal. This guy is trying to live up to his dad's reputation. You know, he's got these big things. And then you got a guy that's supposed to, be a friend. And instead of being a mentor, taking him back a second and saying, hey, bud, I know you're upset. I know you're mad. I know this happened. I feel like when you have somebody that's volatile, you see his dad's relationship, see how he interacts with his dad, and you can tell clearly he's insecure.
It's very obvious that Raja is insecure. I spoke about it before. He clearly is failing to live up to his father's expectations and his father's name, both professionally and personally. You can partially interpret this from the way Rampage said he has bail money saved for Raja versus actually having hope in his other children. I've seen this happen a million times. When you have a kid that feels neglected, he always goes down this path. Especially with all the other influences in Raja's life, this was always going to happen. I also don't think Rampage is the most glimmering example of a parent. I understand he wasn't present for the wrestling incident, but at the same time, he comes across as very dismissive. He fails to truly take responsibility, and even in the follow-up when Raja speaks for the first time since all of this happened, he seems far more focused on his streaming career than actually being remorseful and reprimanding Raja. Douglas Mallow, the wrestler who got in the way to stop Raja's attack, also continued to comment on the status of Psycho Stu in hospital and the kind of man he is.
I know you're back to work. Have you spoke to anybody in the hospital? Anybody close to Stu? How is he doing?
He remembers mostly what happened during the early parts of the day. He's talking a little bit.
You know what's possible? It's very possible that the cops are waiting to interview him because if he has to press charges, then, they would wait till he's able to talk. Like, for example, let's say unrelated case, someone murders someone, then the state is the victim because the victim is dead and they can't do anything about it. So the state is going to press charges on behalf of the deceased. But in this case, he's very much still alive. So maybe that's what they are waiting for. I don't know, but we will get an update soon in the next few days, few weeks. I mean, if nothing happens a week from now, then he's definitely getting away with it. But for now, it looks like he's been giving opportunities and he's just deflecting. And remember, it's not his fault. It's the cameraman's fault.